Usually, I like to put together like one of those quick George Stroumboulopoulos bios, but I was finding I couldn't find the words to describe you guys. So instead, I'm gonna tell a little story about the first time I saw you guys. You guys were playing that Bohemia fundraiser, and you guys were first up. So I walk in, I'm like, wow! I booked these guys to come on. They're actually quite good. I'm looking forward to having them on. But what really impressed me, like on top of the sound in your guys' stage presence, is that after you finished your set, you stayed for the rest of the bands and you danced. Yeah. And you were there.
You gotta, you gotta support the other bands too. Like, I think no bands actually like us. They bring us to get everyone dancing.
Hey,
that's how I get booked. We haven't set up a show. Yeah, we haven't set up a show like so long. It's true. People
really, because guys are just grabbing you now, or?
Yeah, they're just like, oh, okay, their house builder will play. They're throwing on the bill. They won't say no. You get a Facebook invite. Oh, we're playing a show.
We didn't even know. But you guys are planning on doing some more recordings. Like I know that you guys had some demos come up, but now it's kind of leaning towards more of an official EP release.
We've been planning it for a long time. We just have not gotten down to it all. Planning it is more like, hey, let's record. And then we get drunk and don't record. Yeah, that's pretty much
That's what happens. Because you guys try to record yourself, so you don't have like a sound engineer.
Yeah, we don't have someone page. Work.
What's making me mad is that the kids aren't there. Like the kids aren't coming to the shows. People aren't as proactive as they used to be. Like usually, like if there's a show going on, they're like, yeah, let's go to the show, right? But now it's just like, man, we play better.
So you can watch us on YouTube.
Yeah, you can watch us on YouTube. Yeah, you guys get YouTube. Actually, going to the show, that's a great experience, right? Yeah. Well, and it is. But what do you think is lacking there? Is it just that you don't have to leave your basement? Like, has it? Because you guys have been kind of kicking around like the scene since you were 16, doing different stuff. And is it like a new shift, like back in the day when you were 16, were there people out to the show, or has it been like
16 was like parents, family, friends, of course. But now, like when we were playing before, we were old enough to play in bars. It was all ages, so like all the kids would come out, the young kids, and like now we're at bars, and I don't know, it's different, I guess.
No, does it make sense to keep playing those all ages shows and getting those, like the kids that are actually going to be coming out?
So, yeah. If we could sell booze to underage kids somehow, they would come. Yeah, that's true.
So then, like, where's the disconnect? Like, why aren't the kids coming out? Because it makes me really fucking mad, you know? Because you got these wicked venues, you got all these like good bands, and you guys can only play so long. And it's not that. Yeah, well, I don't know. Like a lot of our shows is during the week, so everyone's working, right? So
one problem
I don't want to miss work to come see us because, like, we're good. Well, but I don't know. People want to get paid. People want to make money. So.
And we'll play like 5 shows in a month, and someone will come to one of them, and they don't bother coming to the rest because it's like we've seen you guys like 3 times this month. That's the point. Like,
but that's really an issue, especially with like a scene like Edmonton, because we were really just starting to get established, you know. So is there just a couple of movers and shakers, like just only a small group of people that like going out to shows now?
Music's free now. People don't think they have to pay for music anymore.
Yeah, okay.
It'll wean out the bad bands that are just there for money and fame. Like, records don't sell anymore. You have to do your live shows. You have to go out and entertain.
Well, which is like a really good point, and I think a lot of bands don't understand that. Like when you get, because like when you go to a show, like for me, like you're going because you want to see a show. Like if you wanted to hear music, you'd sit at home and listen to your iTunes, right? And like a lot of bands, like you guys put on a show. Like when you go out, like there's a stage presence about you, and like it grabs you. And a lot of bands, it's there's a lot of times it's like meh. It's just a show, but we'll play our best.
Love playing music. Yeah, and we don't care if there's 3 people in the crowd or like 50. Yeah, we played for our empty bars before, and sometimes those are the funnest shows because like. At the end, we'll jam with the rest of the bands, and like it doesn't matter because no one's listening.
A lot of great vibes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys are like off scene, but it seems like you guys have that stage presence, and then when you guys are up there, it's like really gelling, even if you are the black sheep of the band.
He's not actually.
Yeah, we love you.
No, not quite that. I just like to be.
Because all of us just enjoy being on stage.
Yeah. And there's a definite
enjoy
kind of
each other.
shit.
Yeah, we're just a great bunch of friends, and
It's good when a band cannot just play together, but they can hang out together too.
Yeah.
Because then when they're on stage, it's like they're just hanging out playing music.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do what we do in the basement on stage.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which really works for you guys, because like I've seen you, and you guys are going back and forth, and it seems very like unrehearsed.
Yeah.
Like I'm not meaning that you guys are like sloppy, but it's like it never seems like you guys have a set list. It's like, all right, we're gonna do this, but it really works for you guys. I don't know why, but there's like a lot of bands that I guess do a similar thing, and you're like, take off your fucking jeans and like come together. But with you guys, it's like special.
Music's not business. It's not professional.
Fun. I mean, we have as much fun.
It's what we do in the spare time. Some people ride dirt bikes.
yeah, it's a hobby.
Jumps. We play music on the stage.
You know, like you go to these Battle of the Bands event, it's like Nickelback.
Oh, yeah.
And then you get that one band, you know, like if you guys were playing there, and it's like, wow, these guys are good, but everyone's like, they're not, they don't sound like Nickelback. And
Maybe it's just this popular scene. It's not a indie is the popular. It's a genre now. It's independent music, and now it's a genre.
how does that make sense?
I know.
Like, how does it
Doesn't
make
make
sense?
Yeah.
I can't call bands indie bands.
Yeah, there could be like
Unless
a
they're
pure
independent
punk band
band.
that's independent, and you don't call them indie, but they are independent. Technically, they're indie.
And then you get all these hipster kids dressing their shit like, oh, fucking the Bohemian. I was shooting photos, right, going through these photos, and you got these fucking hipster kids, right? There's kind of people dancing, which is good, and I'd imagine as a band, seeing the kids dance.
It's a great feeling.
Yeah. But then you got these hard fucking looking kids with their plaid stuff, and they're looking the part, and they're standing there.
In this corner,
Just like, I go out to shows. It's like, fuck you! Fuck you! You're not a fucking music fan! Well, get involved! You know, they go into one show, and then they're on like YouTube listening to bands from the fucking UK, and nobody cares, man!
Yeah, they're dancing in their bedrooms, but then they go to shows and they stand there.
They stand there, yeah.
And I don't
It
get
sucks
it.
because they pay money for that, and they just stand there, looking like they're bored.
But like how can you correct that? Like how can you get kids like out of their shell? I'm a hipster, I'm a punk rocker, and listen to music and stretch their ears. Like, is there a way?
Keep doing what you do. Eventually, some people will catch on.
Yeah, I mean,
Why change them?
every show we play,
Why try to get them to change?
we find like a
Let's
few
get the people that actually want to come up.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Every show you play, you find like a few people that actually enjoy going to shows, and you see their faces pop up at other shows after them.
Like, you gotta build up your show.
Yeah.
Is what I'm trying to say. And like, the way you promote it is a big deal. Like, putting posters downtown in your neighborhood, it matters. People look at that, right? And you're gonna get your Joe Blow come to your show, and he's gonna like it. But like, sometimes it's not the case. Sometimes you just get people, okay, there's a show.
And how do you guys go about promoting like your shows? Like, do you do a lot of?
I've never done 1 ounce of promoting for anything.
We haven't.
There's always a Facebook page. I don't know. We have, does Jabril design our posters? I think
Jabril is a guy.
Yeah, he's got a guy.
He is a guy.
He does.
Of course, he is a guy.
Yeah, we've put up posters a bit. I mean,
There's Jabril. He's actually doing something for the.
yeah, he works harder than any of
How do you
us.
say his name?
Yeah.
He is really trying to get people.
From Carl.
Yeah.
He Metropolis is burning.
Yeah, former.
Well, and I was talking to him at the Bohemia, and I was like, man, like, so you've been in the scene for a while. I was like, no, just like a couple of months.
Yeah.
You know,
But
no one was working our band.
He's a big deal. Like, he's the main reason that
Yeah,
we
he
still
helped us
have shows every month.
yeah.
Sure, yeah.
at the beginning.
He knows what he's doing. That's for sure.
And it seems like that's good that you have someone they're kind of taking that role, especially since you guys aren't.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what I was kind of trying to get at with, like, there is like a business aspect of it, and to like leave that up to the bands, like, I think that's a part of why there's not really like a scene, because there's not like anybody like hyping. There's no hype man anymore.
Yeah.